Oh, hey guys. What is oh, comes a cat. Cat heard me talking. It's like, oh, I want to say hi. Today is April 7th? Yeah, that sounds about right. We came off home time yesterday. They called me. Got a bit of a story. Cause this load's already starting off interesting coming off home time. But I spent 4 days at home. They sent me a message on Monday, so yesterday, and they're like, "Can you go rescue this load?" Yeah, I guess that was the closest one there, and originally Deadhead was gonna be 400 miles, and I was like, "Yeah, I can do that," because this load's going over to that Walmart DC that's in Sparks, but it's not really Sparks, it's McCarran, but whatever. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but I'm pretty much ready to go, and just grabbing the trailer, that's when things started getting a little fishy with the driver. I guess I should make a side note. So, this driver is supposedly having a lot of teeth issues, and he needs to have a tooth pulled. And he has stitches in his hand that need to be removed, which, fine. I understand things happen, medical issues happen, whatever. But what's not fine is the details that are gonna come along in the story, and the reason why you should have said no to the load. Like, if it was gonna become this much of an issue, say no. This isn't forced dispatch. You can say no. That sun's back on. I need to turn the AC back on. So I get rolling after I get told. Before I even leave, I'm told, yeah, so it's almost a 7-hour drive. So we should be arriving at North Platte at the same time. Or, within a half hour of each other. Before I roll out, I was told 10 p.m. So 2200. 2200 ETA. And I was like, okay, not an issue. I've been up, by the way, I got up early to leave to save this load. So I've been up since like 10:30 a.m. So I got up like hours early, at least like 4 to 5 hours early. Which, anybody who drives nights know that's a critical component. You need your sleep, and you can't get up too early. So I get rolling. And I get about an hour and a half, and I call the guy, and he forwards it a voicemail. I'm like, okay. So I called dispatch, and they tried calling the guy, and no answer. And they start looking at his hours, and he lost hours. So this guy is a lollygag. Okay, side note, I forgot to mention this. Before he even left the shipper for a dropping hook, he spent over an hour there. So he pretty much wasted almost 2 hours at the shipper, and then went the wrong way. He went straight north from Olathe, Kansas, instead of going west and diagonally up to the highways, which should have only been 7 hours. And he had the drive time to make it. But now he was projecting that he was 3 hours shy of making North Platte. 3 hours! What the fuck was he doing? Alright, so now I'm trying to figure out where am I going to meet this guy, since nobody can get a hold of him. Nobody can get a hold of this guy. And I'm trying to come grab this load. That's another issue. If you know you're somebody's coming to get the load, fucking communicate. It's not fucking hard. And since you're stopping so much, send a fucking text message if you don't want to talk on the phone. Somehow, eventually, somebody finds out. Okay, we can try Grand Island. That's another 2 hours away from where I'm at. I'm all right. I can try that. I have hours. But the more and more east I go, the more it's gonna make it harder for me to make this load on time and find somewhere to sleep. Because it's easier on the western half of Nebraska, Ogallala, that area. Like North Platte. Oh, pretty much west of North Platte. Real easy. Damn, I can't do that. I'll block all the camera. So I'm like, okay, I know Grand Island. I've gotten fuel before, so I was like, how about the Boss truck stop? Because that's like the first exit in Grand Island. He can make that if he's 3 hours away. That's all he has, so he has a place to sleep. And I guess he said that was all right. I don't know. I don't know what this guy was doing. So yeah, I get rolling again, and I try calling again when I'm an hour and a half out. Cause you know, I like to make sure the drivers run on time, make sure no surprises happen. Thank God I kept calling and kept trying to figure out what was going on here. Nope, he didn't make it. He didn't even get close. He shut down in Syracuse, Nebraska, and turned the truck off. And that was the last anybody was able to get a hold of him. And to put that in perspective, that's like an extra, pretty much that's an extra almost three and a half hours they gotta drive to go get him. So what should have been a 400-mile deadhead ended up being 700 miles and some change. And I had no parking on that half of Nebraska. And now this is supposed to be over there in that Walmart at 2000 on Thursday, so the 8th. Yeah, I'm gonna get somewhere west of west of Green River, because I can easily make Green River 700 miles from where I started. I'm averaging pretty good speed even with this wind. So what I may end up doing is I may go a little further, about 20-30 minutes past it, try to make as much time. Either way, I'm either gonna arrive there on the dot or an hour late. And everybody that's delivered to Walmart knows if you arrive at your appointment time, if say your appointment is at 2000 and you arrive at 2000, you're late. Luckily, since he fucking lollygagged giving me this load, if I'm late, it's his service failure, not mine. So if I'm late, this comes out of his, you know, I don't know, like, what has to get service failure? I haven't got any service failures ever. Supposedly, they're gonna throw a little bit of money on top for me dealing with this bullshit. Hell, he even had the planner pissed at him, because the planner kept trying to get a hold of him too, like to see what was going on with the shipper. Because they're trying to get me details for like 3 hours. Like well, when they asked me if I could take this load, they started planning this out right then and there. So they're trying to get details really for closer to 5. You count the time I got woken up to, and then the time I actually left. Mr. UPS needs to stay in his lane. Mr. UPS needs to stay in his lane. Fucking looking at something. Saw the little head poke, quickly look from down up into his mirror. Yeah, I could easily like slow down over there, but it's like if I gotta right the shoulder all the way on the left shoulder, which isn't a shoulder, to get past you, and he's still bouncing all over the fucking lane. That's okay. Hey, I'll get over a little close. Not make it paying attention. But yeah, so we're gonna try to save this load. Supposedly, yeah, that's what I was saying. Supposedly the planners is gonna make up this bullshit by giving me some, like a special load. Cause I mean, I'll have like 1900 miles done in 3 days if I end up completing this load, and then it'll be Thursday, so I have pretty much all the way till Wednesday to do miles. So I'll clock to do about 2,500, so you know, 4,300 miles possible cap for this week, which I may split 1,000 of that off, put on next week. Because I'll do reset, and next week I'll lose a day and a half. But I am trying to get on dedicated. Somewhere down south, it pretty much would be, the ones I'm looking at are either like Olathe to Phoenix, and then Phoenix back to that region area, like it'd be a few consignees, or what was it, somewhere in Missouri, Moberly, I think, Missouri, to SoCal. They're both are preloads. One would be a drop and hook in Phoenix, and the other one in SoCal would be a live unload. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that for a bit. They're still night runs. Fucking MPG has been shit. Like, I have been struggling to maintain 5. I dealt with all across Nebraska heavy crosswinds for 2 days. I mean, I'm 72K with this load, and it's bouncing me around. And now I'm about to go, as soon as I hit Cheyenne, I'll go west of Cheyenne, which I'll be stopping to get fuel in Cheyenne, and then shower, and then get as far west as I can. But as soon as I get past Cheyenne, actually, I think past Laramie, be nonstop headwinds. And I'll look at the radar, Doppler. These headwinds go all the way to California, so I'm hoping it changes tomorrow. I'm hoping it's just blowing in a front or something. Because this dude. But all right. I was gonna make this video yesterday, but I needed, like, I figured I needed, you know, some time to cool off, and because yesterday this shit really frustrated me, because I was like, I expect this from shippers and receivers, not fucking drivers I work with. Like, I guarantee you, he'd be just as pissed if I did this shit to him. Like, fucking communicate. I wouldn't be willing to look past all the other shit. You know, oh, he can't make it as far as you said. If he fucking told me, just tell anybody. Just talk. But no, so, alright. We'll see what happens, you know, on delivery. But hey, you guys stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye!